How's everybody doing today? It is hot today. It is a heater. It's mid-June right now, and geez, man, make sure you're staying hydrated because I'm sweating bad, and I'm only like 50 yards away from my house. But there's a topic that I want to talk about, and I haven't talked about it in quite some time. And the reason is because the old me, I was afraid to lose people that in all reality didn't matter or don't matter to my path, my direction, and my message in life. And that's something I had to overcome, and I think now's the time. I'm redoing my YouTube channel, started it up again, and I feel like it's important that I share the message with people, especially when there's something big right around the corner that people are not prepared for. So I'll start off by asking, how's everyone feeling today? I'm feeling good, and I hope you are too. What I'm about to tell you is an uncomfortable truth, and it's not meant to scare you. It's meant to prepare you and hopefully unplug you from the matrix that we all live in. I know a lot of people are still plugged into that. Here in the West, we've lived in a land of abundance my entire life, and for the past 100 years, people here in the United States especially have lived in the land of milk and honey, where everything is always readily available to everyone, and it's quite peaceful most of the time. And there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of wealth. But that's not the way the world truly is, and that's not the way things will be very soon. And I'll explain to you why. We've created society in such a way that it's gone on for a little bit longer than what you'd expect, the collapse of an empire, and people have become entitled, and they think that this is, especially people from my generation, they think that this is how the world is, and they have this sense of entitlement to it, as if this is just the way human nature is, this is the way the world works, and it doesn't, unfortunately. There are societies, organizations, there are governments who are all in cooperation, their word, cooperation, even though it's definitely conspiracy, and we can all see that now. Over time, it just keeps getting exposed further and further. But most recently, the World Economic Forum, headed by Klaus Schwab, they met in Davos, and you can go look that stuff up for yourself if you're interested. But there's an agenda that they have, and they cooperate with world governments and corporations all around the world to fulfill that agenda. The UN included. There's an agenda for the UN that's supposed to be finished by 2050, but there's a deadline by 2030 that they're trying to achieve. And it's to usher in a new world order. They want to completely change society, completely change life as we know it. And so all of this that we have right now will be very different shortly. And it's already very different than it was before the virus. And if you guys are being honest with yourself, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I know that you know that it's true. Things are still very different than pre-virus. If you're still with me, congratulations. So, you know that the price of gas, food, used cars, new cars, rent, the housing market, energy, all of it, it's going up. Now it was a long time coming, but it is the result of runaway inflation caused by excessive money printing and overvaluation of the stock market, bonds market, cryptocurrency. there's one of two things that are going to happen in the next few months. And we're going to be in a deep recession, the likes of which none of us have ever seen. I know that we were all there in 2008 when people lost their jobs, their houses, their families, their retirements, all of it gone in 2008. This will be much more severe, much more severe. It'll affect a lot more people. And this is all part of the plan. It's all part of the design. Either inflation will run away to the point where the dollar is essentially worthless. It loses its reserve currency status, reserve global currency status, and they bring in a new form of currency, but that puts us all in a tough spot here in the United States, and it will collapse all the markets in the entire world because it's the reserve currency. Countries prefer to trade using the US dollar, and they hold large amounts of the US dollar. So, because of the inflation, a large portion of the wealth in the world will become worthless, and that spells economic disaster globally. The other scenario is that the Fed hikes interest rates and tries to stall the inflation, collapsing the stock market. The bonds market will go first, then the stock market and the crypto market, and people will lose all their investments. People will lose their jobs. It'll be a recession just like 2008, but much, much worse, much more severe. Those jobs that people lose, they're not going to come back. This is also part of the plan, part of the design. With the technology we have now, those jobs will be replaced by automated robots and AI technology. And so the solution to this will be universal basic income. But to be a part of this society, this new world order, you'll have to give up your basic human rights, your basic God-given human rights and freedoms. You'll be tracked. All your data will be owned. You'll be told what to do, what you can and can't do, what you can and can't buy. It's a big change from what we have now. And I know it's a hard one to digest, but it is an uncomfortable truth, and this has been a plan for quite some time. It's been a plan for a long time. It's been designed specifically to be carried out in the exact way that it has. And we've reached the point of no return. So this message is for you guys to understand a little bit better where we're at so that you can prepare. I don't plan on giving up my personal freedoms. I don't plan on partaking in the new society. I plan on trying to help people and bring people together in communities where we can try and build something for ourselves, where we can remain free. And that's my plan. So, if that's your plan too, please smash the like button, subscribe, and share. It would be greatly appreciated. I thank you all for watching and giving me your time. I'll catch you in the next one.